What up, Dokkanners? Welcome back to Tsunami for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Let me ask you a question. What does this unit, where'd it go? This unit, what do those two units and this one, what do they have in common? Based on the title, you should know. This is a horrible bit, and I apologize. They are getting EZAs. So if you look on Twitter, the news is out. We are getting EZAs for 3 units. The Int Gogeta, obviously the most anticipated one. And we're also getting the Blue Goku EZAs. We're getting one for the Nuke lead, and then we're getting one for the other one, the AGL one. So we're going to be taking a look at what they do, courtesy of Goresh on the Reddit page. So we'll start with Cyan Judgment. Cyan? I think I just broke my headset, by the way. If you heard that, yeah, I literally just broke my headset while doing this. That's great. So now I'm working with half equipment. Anyway, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, Cyan Judgment. That's going to be the tech one. He is a tech type lead, key plus, no, actually not key plus. He's attack plus 33%, and now he upgrades to the 35% range. So this has been done before. If you guys remember, the AGL Golden Frieza got this treatment. Now, by the way, global players, this is not happening on global just yet. This is happening on JP, but it's worth mentioning because if you happen to have those units or you summon them during any of your future endeavors, be it during the Blue Dudes banner or anything after that, make sure to hold on to a copy. So I always knew this was going to happen because of the fact that when the Frieza got it, you knew that there was going to be a new archetype, right? The Nuking archetype. So if you look at the Frieza guy, he goes AGL plus 35. This is a great leader skill for things like the punching bag event. But the problem is, you don't have the most optimal setup on the AGL side. But on the tech side, you do. So with this, now a thing for JP and eventually for Global, that punching bag event is going to be a lot more achievable for people like me, who have been struggling to get the 777, something like that, 77 million, with no items. I always had the best team to do that, with the Goku Frieza and the TN and the Android 18 and all that stuff, but I could never break through further than, I believe, 40%, 40 or 50. So I'm trying to see right now what my last run was and what it gave me. I mean, I used to try this every single day. All of these are done except for the first 3. The first 3 are the ones that require no items, right? So if you see here, complete stage 1 at 77 million, couldn't do it. Complete stage 2, 77 million, couldn't do it. Stage 3, 77 million, couldn't do it. Best I've ever done is 40 million on the Dragon Stones, 30 million on the Hidden Potential Orbs, and 40 million on the Zenny. And obviously, it's literally RNG. It is literally RNG. But if you keep at it, honestly, if I kept at it all the way up until this point, I actually probably would have done it. I just don't want to do it. I just don't. It's just annoying to have to constantly do it and constantly fail. But I probably should start doing it, especially when that Goku actually hits global. So let's take a look at what he does. He now does the attack plus 35 for every tech key sphere obtained. His super attack now jumps up from regular just supreme damage to raising attack and defense for 1 turn and causing supreme damage to the enemy. And then his passive, this is a huge boost. It was originally attack plus 30%, changes rainbow to tech. Now, changes rainbow key spheres to tech, attack and defense plus 100%, gains an additional attack and defense plus 59, and gives all allies 7% to critical hit chance if all allies attacking in the same turn are tech type. So Goresh was just saying as he was translating this, shout out to the homie Goresh, that this is a brand new mechanic. And he's right. I've never seen this before. This is pretty cool. So this is basically saying when you run a mono tech team, you've got a passive that is really conducive to that. So that is the first of the 3 upgrades. Then the next one is going to be for the AGL unit. So the AGL Blue Goku, I'm trying to find him on my character list in my game. I think, you know what sucks is I actually think I had 3 or 4 copies of this guy, but I was kind of getting to the point where I had a bunch of units that I was holding on to, and I just couldn't afford to keep on holding on to a bunch of stuff. So like, if you see, I've got a bunch of randoms down here for each type. I also have a couple possible EZAs that I've been planning for. Like, for example, the physical Vegeta Blue will eventually get this same upgrade, so I've been holding on to his stuff as well. This is the SSR version of the eventual TOR, which is right here. This will eventually hit Vegeta. So if you start to find any of these units with this leader skill, make sure to hold on to them. But anyway, the AGL Blue Goku, this was something that a lot of people for the longest time were hoping to get an EZA, and now he is, which means that Vegeta, that blue Vegeta, is likely to follow at some point. So this guy was just, he was kind of a nothingness character. He didn't really do anything for you. You never really would want to run him on anything. But now, with the upgrade, his leader skill jumps from HP and attack plus 30 for AGL, STR, physical, all the way to Ki plus 3 and 80%. That's a big boost. Super attack goes from causing supreme damage to raising attack and defense for 1 turn, causing supreme damage. And then his passive was attack plus 100% when performing super attack. Now, attack and defense plus 100% when performing super attack, gains an additional attack and defense plus 59%, gives all allies plus 7% chance for critical, and attack plus 20% if all allies attacking in the same turn are on the Realm of Gods category. So initially when I was reading this is literally the first time that I read this. After reading the last one, I was kind of worried that this was going to be something along the lines of AGL, but I'm glad that they're implementing this mechanic in different ways. So on the tech one, it is contingent on having the same type. On the AGL one, it is contingent on having the same category. That's huge. So this is really cool. And I think Talon was saying this is better than... I'm trying to remember what Talon said. I forgot what he said. He made some sort of comparison. I forgot it. But that is a substantial boost. So again, this is hitting JP global players. This is not global news right now, but it does pertain to you guys because these two units are typically ones that when you summon for them and you get them, you're just like, ugh, pass. Ugh, let me go ahead and baba them. Now, not so much. So global prep, folks. If you see these units, if you come across them, don't baba them. This is the gift we've been given as global players. The gift of time, the gift of not resources, but the gift of foresight. JP's getting it now. You have time to adjust. So if you guys pull these two units, make sure you hold on to them. Don't get rid of them. And then the last one. This is the one that everybody was waiting for. The Int Super Gogeta. So everyone was highly anticipating this unit for the 120 EZAs. Obviously, he was going to get one eventually, right? Because we got Broly, we got Kid Buu, or JP got Kid Buu. Global side got Broly and Super 17, and this was obviously only a matter of time. I guess, if anything, the fact that it's happening now means he won't be as broken as I guess he could have been. But let's take a look at what he is going to be, courtesy of Goresh once again. His old leader skill was Int type Super, Ki plus 3, 120% across the board. Extreme Int, Ki plus 1, 50%, no one ever used that. Now, Super Int, Ki plus 3, 130, and then Extreme Int, Ki plus 3, 90%. Causing immense damage, lowering attack and defense was the original. So I'm really excited to see this. Raises defense for 1 turn, awesome. Causes immense damage and lowers attack and defense. That's a big one, because that was always the weakness for this guy. It was his defense, that was the problem. So his super attack shores that up quite nicely. It's not, overly broken just by looking at that, but that's pretty cool. Attack plus 120, attacks effective against all types. Look at the difference between this passive and then this one. That's a pretty big change. Attack and defense plus 120, that's enough. That's enough, man. Attacks effective against all types. Gains a medium chance to evade enemies' attacks when collecting 1 or more rainbow key spheres. Gains an additional attack plus 40% when collecting 2 or more rainbow key spheres. Gains a high chance to perform a critical hit when collecting 3 or more rainbow key spheres. We just saw this. We just saw something like this with the blue dudes when Global just got... Oh, wait, what? Oh. Global just got a similar mechanic when it comes to picking up 3 or more rainbow key spheres. So it's nice to see that this is coming back. And obviously it makes sense. With Goku and Vegeta being involved, it makes sense that it comes back. This is great. So what would you want to... I mean, right off the top of my head, I'm thinking if you want to run this guy on a fusion team, you want to make sure that you bring Int Ghost Tanks. Int Ghost Tanks transforms key spheres to rainbow randomly. So that would go perfectly with the Gogeta. And you could run that both on fusions as well as mono Int. I'm trying to think what other units can change key spheres to rainbow. Off the top of my head, I can't think of it. Let me see if we can filter it out on the fly and get it. Link skill, no. Skill effect, okay. So passive ability, changing orbs, changing key spheres, okay. So if we go to Int type, these are the ones that can change. Would it work with this guy? Does he change to Int? I can't remember. Anyway, the point is, Gogeta is now relevant, much better, and Fusion is going to be looking a lot brighter. So global players, if you come across that Int Gogeta when you summon, some of you are probably still summoning for the blue dudes. If you happen to pull this guy, don't get rid of him. Now there's use for him. I still, I always knew this day would come for these units. I never got another copy of him. I never got another Int Gogeta. It just never happened for me. He's been rainbow, and I've just been sitting on that rainbow. Never came across a dupe. So one of these days, hopefully I can pick one up. But that's pretty much it, folks. Global prep. I always say this. Global has been given the gift of time. You have time to prepare for all this stuff. Yeah, JP's getting it first, and that's cool. but the advantage of being a global player is that you can see what JP does and then prepare. So that's the news for you. Int Gogeta, Tech Goku Blue, and AGL Goku Blue. These units are getting EZAs. They are all becoming very, very good. So make sure that you do not skip a beat. Pick up those copies and start preparing. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, which unit are you most excited for? The AGL Goku Blue, the Tech Goku Blue, or the Int Gogeta? Honestly, I'm actually excited for the Tech Goku Blue the most, because now I'm actually going to give the punching bag event really a lot of effort, and I think I could probably get it done now. Because that extra 2% per key sphere is going to really add up. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.